Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live interview panel. Now, I know you might be wondering, okay, where is everybody? What I'm going to say is, I hope the guys are okay. I don't know if there's an emergency or other things that might have, interfered at the, last moment. But I wish them well. If they happen to hop on, it may be possible the link is available to them, but the show must go on, and we got a girls chat today. I love a little girly pop. Hey, I wish I had a little soundboard, clocky, clocky. So thank you both. Yes, clocky. So I appreciate you both for coming on. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to sit with me. I really appreciate it more than you know.
Absolutely.
And yes, absolutely. What I want to start with is you all introducing yourselves in the way that you want the audience to know you, just as people come in or pop in and out and such. So introduce yourselves, and also tell us why you go by the name that you go by.
I just realized what the hell is on my screen right now, so I'm gonna actually give Nix the floor first.
Oh wow!
I get myself together. I just looked and realized, oh Lord, okay, hold on, let me.
Hey, I love it. We keep it real out here. Do what you want to
do. Okay, so I'm Nix, aka simply Nix, but most people just call me Nix. My name actually comes from my actual name, which is Phoenix. That's my actual name.
What? It's just so majestic.
It's just a shortened version of that. And when I was thinking about making a brand of content creation, what the heck can I be? I was like, oh, simply Nix, because I can be a little thing that I go on. So yeah, it's a play off my actual name, off my first name.
That's what's up. Oh, I see. We got the update. Okay.
All right, y'all. So for the folks who don't know, you can find me literally on all socials at Young Goldilocks. But as far as an origin of how I came upon my name, that shit goes back to college, sophomore year of college. At this particular time, I was at Grambling State University, GSU. Shout out to the Tigers.
Okay. Tigers.
GSU. And I was in my dorm room, and I was smoking in my dorm room. And at this particular time, my hair was this is the first time I went natural, and it was platinum blonde, literally just platinum blonde. And at that particular time, I want to say my Twitter name, because this was when Twitter was popping. It was talking about 2011. Mm-hmm. I want to say my Twitter name at the time was Mrs. Jet Momo, some shit like that, on some currency type shit. And I said, I was looking in the dorm, and then I was like, oh my God, I've come up with it. Young Goldilocks. But it wasn't just Young Goldilocks, it was the way that I spelled it. That got people looking whoa, okay, this shit neat, Young Goldilocks.
I like it. That's real cool.
I was like, Young
That's
literally, I had platinum curls or blue in my hair, and people was calling me Goldie, just like they call me now. So yeah,
I love it. I just feel like looking at y'all, I just need to go and make the commitment one of these days.
What? To what?
The commitment to what?
To the locks, journey.
Crochet style.
I'm gonna say this is
I can't commit.
Ooh, man, maybe that'll be my soft entry into it, because the way you got the colors pop.
I love the colors. I was looking at that.
Thank you. But I was gonna say Nick's hair actually looks more you know what I'm saying, locked, because hers look way more natural. You know what I'm saying? But this is quite a few people actually start their locks like that, though. They start off with the extensions and they just let them kind of freeform.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with it one of these days when I actually get the patience to sit down long enough. But that's another kind of conversation for another day. Hey, baby mama, Moonlight Sage in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. That's my girl. We always go on these ramen around tours, trying different spots. So I appreciate you coming in. We're gonna have the next one coming up next month.
That's cool.
Yes, I think we tried about 3 spots so far. So y'all stay tuned for that one. So
what's a foodie vibe?
Wait, what kind of vibe?
A foodie vibe.
Oh yeah.
Definitely love the
Oh,
fuzz.
absolutely.
Love
Like
the
this,
fuzz.
I think this started out as her idea, and we just been rolling with it ever since. I was like, you know what? She came up with ramen around tour. I said,
I think that's pretty dope.
That's dope.
It's been a great series so far. So more to come on that. More to come on that. Y'all stay tuned to the Twitch and YouTube pages. So, with this being about your first times at DreamCon, what I want to start off with is understanding what is it that made you come out this year? Was it like a particular person? Was it just you seeing how everything has happened over the years? You're just like, I gotta go. Like, what is it for you?
I was born and raised in Houston.
Hey,
Born and raised in Houston. It was this like DreamCon. You know what? To keep it a bean with you though, my panel mate, she's also my best friend, Stu Kid. Stu has been going to DreamCon since DreamCon was in Arlington, and she's gone every year since it was in Arlington. And I had been saying, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because she was like, oh, it looks like they keep it in Texas because, you know, Mark and RDC and all them, they from Texas and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? If they bring it to Houston, you know what I'm saying? Gonna have no excuse but to go. And it just so happened that this year DreamCon came to Houston. So I was like, shit, like it's almost like I manifested this shit. Like I conjured this shit. Like DreamCon and I went to it. I attended, I did the whole weekend, I cosplayed, I bought shit, I met people, I had a grand time.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
I've been seeing it like all over social media, obviously, like for years. And I was like, they're having so much fun. Like, I want to have fun with the niggas too, you know? Like, I want to be with the black people. I want to be the blacks.
With the niggas, no, for real.
So, I got a ticket, and this is actually my second con that I went to, like, ever. My first dream con.
Ever? Wow.
Yeah. The first one I went to was in 2020. Wait, this is 2025. Was in 2024. Yeah, I went to MomoCon. And
okay.
Momo's
heard about MomoCon.
It was cool. Smelly because people don't bathe, but
that's why I highlight the comment. No one is much
DreamCon, but
it's like cocoa butter at DreamCon.
It's like cocoa butter and dreams. I was like, yes, I love us. You know, like we made it here. This is great. But yeah, I didn't cosplay anything. But I did take a lot of pictures, and I got to say to interview a bunch of other creators, and it was a really dope vibe. I had a lot of fun. I was there at the con. I didn't go on Sunday. I went Friday and Saturday. Friday most of the day. Saturday for a little part of the day. Then I was kidnapped. I was having my friends like for the rest of the time. But
you know what I'm saying?
I had a great time.
No, I was gonna say no. I'm glad, and I told a lot of people that went to DreamCon, of course, that's not from Houston. Like, I wanted everybody to go out and experience Houston too. Like, yes, DreamCon was a big deal, but go out and see the city too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad, like you said, that you were out with your friends and y'all got to actually go out and do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Outside of like, oh, we nerds, we blurs, we a DreamCon, cool, yeah. But let's like, you know what I'm saying? Let's like go breathe a little bit. Let's go see some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that y'all got to do that.
I'm with it because that was my first time in Houston.
Same.
Period. And like my sorors and press girls, you know, shout out Sunny Ray and Intuitive Queen, Profile and Line Sister. They're with me this time. And at the moment, like we were going for the con, but we were like, man, there's so much. There is so much to do in the city. We got to come back for the other festivities. Like, oh my gosh, like it was amazing. It was amazing. Now as I'm talking, I do see that one of our guys pulled up. Let me bring him on. What's up?
What's up?
I knew it was you. I knew it was you. I knew it was me.
I said, why should we in here? Why should you just pull up?
Welcome. I keep forgetting it. Like maybe I'm the only one who can see people in the queue, and I'm just like, they probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, no, when I seen studio chat, it said 4 people. I said, okay, somebody else probably in here.
Okay.
Oh,
I completely forgot about the I didn't see that notification. I'm like, okay. Well, welcome. You got an official setup over there. You got the headset now.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Some light. Well, I'm glad you were able to pop in and join us, you know, in good time, you know, while we got, you know, the first, 10 minutes going, but we got plenty of time left. We got plenty of time. So I'm going to ask you, as like a part of like catching up a little bit, I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself and tell us the reason why you go by the name that you go by. And afterwards, tell us what made you decide this year is the year that you need to go to DreamCon.
Oh, okay. Ooh. So I'm Jump Over.
Oh, that's how you say. I was like, jump of what? Like
Jump Over. Yeah, I saw that too. And I was like, okay, that's pretty creative because I knew the way that she spelled it on the flyer. I was like, yeah, she probably says Jump Up A. A lot of people do that, which I don't mind. It's a made up name anyway. But so how I got the name was that it used to be Jump Off. And then I was like, way younger. I found out what a jump off was, and I was like, I'm not a jump off. So we got to figure out something for this name. And so what happened was that one day I was playing, I think it was like Time Splitters, but there was a little kid in the room at the time. He like used to come over our house from time to time to play games. And he kept saying, who is this Jump Over dude that keeps killing me? Because I kept sniping him through the walls and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's the name right there. That's going to stick.
That's crazy. Who is the guy that keeps killing me? That's the way to make your name known.
Yeah.
That really is. That really is. And what is it that made it the year that you decided to come to DreamCon?
Friends. To be honest with you, I had a couple of friends who wanted to go. The homie Prop was like, hey man, if you want to go, we got a spot. You ain't even got to worry about getting that. And I was just like, sure, I might as well. I haven't really been to DreamCon. I went to TwitchCon. I also went to BlerdCon. And I was like, it gotta be somewhere along those lines. So I was like, let me go ahead and try it out, see what it's about. And I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
That's good. That's good. Look, I can only imagine for all of you all what that feels like to come in, not only for the first time, but for it to be as large as it is. Because for me, I've gone every single year. So of course there are those nerves because it's like, oh gosh, I'm gonna see my favorite content creators, yada yada yada. But it's like, okay, it's less than 1,000 people. Like, dang, I miss when it was a bit breathable, but I'm also happy for them at the same time. So my question to you all is, what did it feel like coming in to the con with it being as big as it is? I know, this may be one of the first few you've ever been to, or maybe you've been to other things that were way bigger, who knows? But what did that feel like first coming into the event? And let's start with Nyx. We're gonna do Nyx, we're gonna do Young Goldilocks, then we're gonna do Jump Over. Now that I know how to say it right. And hello everyone, all eyes on Tiff. And Poppy Clee, thanks for coming in.
Hey, Tiff! That's my nigga. I fuck with Tiff. That's my dog.
We love when the besties come through. We love it.
That's awesome. What was the question again? Oh, how do we feel?
Just what did it feel like coming in, especially like as large as it is now?
It felt like, I guess, kind of a really big family reunion with all my cousins.
Family reunion. It's like for real.
Like who all these people is like, but at the same time, like they're not your cousins. If that makes sense. Like it's like, okay, it's just a bunch of blacks getting together.
That's how we do.
It was great because I ended up staying with Eric. He's one of my housemates at DreamCon, funnily enough. I was like, that's E over there. I'm like, oh, yeah. And even like getting from the airport to the house, whatever. Traveling from here because I'm in North Carolina, so I travel from North Carolina. So
okay.
And it's funny. I was in a layover in Atlanta. And I know people I know like from home, they're like, oh, you on this flight too? I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? It's like, oh, what's up, Nyx? People I know like from like the streaming community, what have you. And like, some of my other friends who actually live in Atlanta, like on the plane, like, you was here? I'm like, hey, I had layover, like I'm here now, whatever. But it was really, really cool. Just coming in and like I went to the creator cookout. Shout out to Prod and crew. Like that was a really cool little little pre-event, you know, to go to.
Yep.
And everything.
There was a
So,
cookout.
There was a cookout.
I need to be in the know just a tad bit more. It's crazy.
And to me, some of my housemates, some of them I had known for a while, others that I had met, you know, first time. It was just a vibe like, the whole time, all around. It felt like coming like, oh, okay, these are my people. I can relax here. I don't have to like, you know, be a certain way. You know how it is when we have to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't feel that at all. I was like, oh yeah, I can be me. It was great.
That's good to be able to do that too in an environment, especially like they call it the grand shift over into like the anime world and everything. Like I'm glad like, you know, a lot more people are on it now. But you know, socially, sometimes, you know, you can feel conflicted, like, okay, like I gotta come off this way or like this or that. It's like, no, we just all weird together. Like, so that's right. That is fine. Like
my people, I can be weird with them. Great.
I love it. I love it. How about you? Goldilocks? Young Goldilocks.
So for me personally, well, for one thing, me already being in Houston kind of took the edge off because I know sometimes half of people's anxiety is just traveling along, you know what I'm saying, just traveling to the city, like the actual destination. So like a lot of things that, you know, people had to make sure was secure. I didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? When I left, I went home. You know what I'm saying? I went and got in my bed with my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was kind of like half the battle for some people, like securing arrangements and shit. But like as far as like DreamCon was actually concerned, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really ain't had like no expectations going into it whole. Like I just knew that when I went there, I knew for a fact that I was gonna cosplay. I knew for a fact that I was gonna be with my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't have any like desire or feel any type of pressure to be anything or anybody than who I was. And I mean, young Goldilocks is gonna be the same on screen as she is off screen. Like jump over. I met him at DreamCon. I met him through Mr. Dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Actually,
I know each other. We good.
Death Guy D. I met him through Death Guy D. We actually all sat down and fucking ate and chopped it up.
What?
Like we had us a grand ass time. And just like I'm acting on the screen, acting the same fucking way at the table, eating my goddamn food. The same way. So, you know what I'm saying? I didn't come in thinking like, oh my God, I'm finna go here and try to find like, you know what I'm saying? Not granted, it's nothing wrong with it because people have like their aspirations to, you know what I'm saying, elevate within the streaming community. But again, I didn't come in on that. And I met so many goddamn people. Like I got a picture with King Vader. I took a picture with Hard Stop Lucas. I met Zainabelle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a picture with Zainabelle. Like I met so many different people just diddy bopping around DreamCon. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't looking out to do shit, but just go out there and have fun and just experience DreamCon for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I did. So
oh my gosh. I love that. First of all, as huge as DreamCon is, the fact that it's still a small world is so crazy. Like how everybody's like, oh yeah, we met before. We already know each other. I love it.
I apologize too. I said diddy bopping. I'm so sorry.
I just rolled
no
right
diddy.
with it.
I was like, no
It's all good.
I was like, oh.
I was like, we just gonna roll right through
it.
Hey, it happens. But no, shout out Death Guy D. I'm actually going to interview him tomorrow with a couple of other creators. So I'm gonna call like MCM, like Male Creator Monday, something like that. So yeah, it's also his first time, but you know, on the creator side. So he's the reason for like this whole thing coming together, especially Nyx and Jump Over. Like, man, I appreciate you. Shout
out to Mr. Dangerous. That's what we call him in the back.
Mr. Dangerous. That's crazy. Y'all be living life. I need some of that to rub off on me because I'm a nervous Nelly most times. The overthinking, you know. I don't know what other name starts with O. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. So, Jump Over. Tell us what it felt like coming into DreamCon first time. So many people. You already hear the excitement. What did that feel like for you?
It felt like homecoming weekend, except for like anime. Like especially when there was the HBCU meetup. I think me and D had went there, and then you see the crew Q strolling, all the alpha screaming 06. I was like, yeah. We almost missed it ourselves because they didn't have like they had a spot, but they didn't have like a designated area. It was just kind of like open. But to me, it felt like honestly, like the best way to describe it, being my first time going there, it felt like, I guess, like the excitement of TwitchCon in a way, but like the homegrownness of Homecoming weekend. Like I ran into TK Breezy and Tasty Steve at TwitchCon like the year before, but I didn't get a chance to like really talk to them because everybody was in like a professional setting. But here it was like I talked to them, I ran into them at the club. Like it was a very low key kind of not as professional. Not saying that not as professional is not good, but just we didn't have to worry about everybody else
like
being around.
Unconventional, a little bit more unconventional. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, I really had a good time, especially seeing this how like sometimes you can let the internet kind of get you in your headspace about how you should feel about something. And I think 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago or last year, where you saw where DreamCon was having these major problems of like growing pains where they had VIP, but they were just letting everybody in and you could get in at the door. That was 2 years ago. Okay.
To be honest, going every year, there's kind of always been that management of tiers, like where there's something that could be tweaked a little bit better. And especially as they've grown significantly, like really after 2020, it's gotten a bit harder. They seem to have done like somewhat better. So I don't know if it's going to take like an event coordinator team, or I didn't came across some security that was not playing around. So
that happens everywhere. I feel like every con, except for Blerd Con, I feel like has had it where the security is like pretty strict, especially if it's like more so like it's getting bigger and bigger. Like the first day, the security seems a little bit more chill, and then that Saturday, that's when they screaming at you, telling you to take your backpacks off. Like all the crazy stuff happened. But I mean, for what it was, for what they had, it feels like it is a good problem to have, but they can't catch up to the amount of growth that they're having, which is a pretty good thing. Like it's a pretty good issue to have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've seen it to where like content creators who are walking around just the same as, we've met each other and like come across each other. They've grown to need security after a couple years. So it's like, okay, like do what you got to do. But that's neither here nor there from my side. What I want to dive into a little bit more outside of DreamCon, I'm going to kind of go back and forth. I know each of you have your own, specialties when it comes to content creation and things like that, whether it's streaming or being an authoress, or photography, videography. I keep thinking about girlfriends like I'm an authoress. I keep thinking about that. So I'm going to mix up the order a little bit. I'm gonna let you breathe a little bit, Nick. I'm gonna let you breathe. So since I'm talking about authoress so much, I'm going to have young Goldilocks speak first. I'm going to have Jump Over speak next, and then Nick. And so if you could talk a bit more about your journey being an authoress, being a photographer, videographer, being a creator, streamer, and things like that, let us know what that world is like, what that journey has been like for you all.
Okay. I think we'd have to take it back to like 2020, 2021. How I got here started off with me being a teacher, an educator.
Shout out to the educators.
Shout out to the educators. I'm actually back in the classroom, but at this my mom. She's really pushing for me to get into the classroom, but at this particular time, I was not feeling it at all. Just for because I know we got time and we don't have a lot of time, you know what I'm saying? But I just wasn't feeling it at all. I ended up quitting. Like I didn't come back that next semester. So the things that I've created now that are flourishing are ideas that literally came to me. So that's why the things that I do are so precious to me, and I work hard to sustain and maintain them and expand them is because they literally came to me. It's not some shit that I was like, oh, let me sit here and think about it. Like that shit was like, bam, like, oh, let me write that shit down. That was a good ass idea. So it started off with my cannabis boutique that I still own and still flourishing right now. Your Local Hood Witch, www.yourlocalhoodwitch.com. And it started off with me, you know what I'm saying, advocating for cannabis. You know what I'm saying, cannabis pioneer, cannabis connoisseur, advocating for the benefits and the uses of cannabis. So like I make cannabis shea butter, I sell cannabis oil, sunflower coconut, hand pipes, water pipes, trays, hand products, all that jazz.
Can I order that online?
Absolutely. www.yourlocalhoodwitch.com. Absolutely.
Please type that in the chat.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Then that kind of strung to my script. That's where it started. It started off as a script that has now developed into a full-blown comic book that I created, Queen of Heaven. Queen of Heaven. It's sold out on my website. I'm actually tottering right now, tussling with Amazon because they keep talking about my dimensions for the book is off, so I can sell it on Amazon. But once I get it rescaled and stuff, it'll be available for purchase on Amazon as well. But it did sell out for pre-order. So as far as like authoristic has been going, I feel like writing, and to be honest with you, writing is something that I kind of like rejected for a long time. Even when I was in college, I ended up graduating from TSU. Shout out to Dr. Pude. I ended up graduating from TSU. No, we're not gonna do that. Yes, we are.
Education.
Dr. Pude, I took Dr. Pude's script writing class, and he was like, "You should write more." And I was like, "Nah, Dr. Pude, I ain't doing that. I don't want to be no writer. I don't like to do all that shit." So here I am now, and I just wrote my own comic book. And I also have my own, you know, cannabis panel. Shout out to Baked Marys. If y'all already know about Baked Marys,
you doing the damn thing.
You know, Baked Marys. We just had a stream today. We did Baby Lund Gaming today. You know, we played Overcooked, and Baked Marys is all about, you know what I'm saying, the kindred topics and spreading and advocating for the benefits and uses of cannabis. We actually just got done with our Weed in the Arts tour. Shit, Tiff was on there. We had Dabs on there. Dangerous was on there. Rashard Stark was on there. We had L on there. We've had so many people. Chris with a K, Kel's dad. We've had so many people on there. Dark Sheiky, Smoke Hers. We've had so many people on there. Like
working.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is me, y'all. This is Young Goldilocks. This is everything that consists of Young Goldilocks. I am fully packed and equipped with a bunch of shit, a bunch of content.
Yes, so many layers to you, girl. Like, I know sometimes it can be hard to kind of like when other people are like encouraging you, you know, see that in yourself. But like when you finally like grow into that, sometimes it's like, dang, well, nobody shot me over it, so it ain't gonna kill me.
And I have to say thank you so much to everybody that supports me. If you bought the book, if you shared a post, if you liked it, if it's word of mouth, because that means that you believe in me and you also believe in what I'm doing. So shout out to the community, bro. Like real talk, community is very, very important in streaming and connections. Like in the industry that we're in, community is everything. Truly. So
W community, we love the support. W community.
I won't be like,
I gotta go get mine. I gotta go get mine. Sold out and pre-order. That's amazing, girl. You are doing the damn thing.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
I want to be like when I grow up. I'll go.
Oh no! I'm just a potato.
Doing enough.
I'm just a potato. I am just a potato. And that's crazy because I be sitting here like I'm not doing enough. Like, bro, real talk. I have to learn. I'm learning how to give myself more grace. Like with everything that comes with that, with what I'm doing, with me being so ambitious, I've had to have times where I feel like I have lost myself and I've had to bring myself back, find myself. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit, it'll take a toll on you if you let it. Always center yourself, never lose yourself, stay true to yourself. Dead ass, or you will get lost in the sauce. It's not hard. It's not hard. You got to keep your head on the swivel, bro. Got to. So,
hey, look, y'all better clip that. Ooh, I love it. I love it. We love the word.
Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all.
With the family in the background, hype you up. I love it.
They sure will hype you up too.
They was. I'm in my mama house right now. Every Sunday we come over here and watch Foolishness. So I was like, it kind of was like around the same time. So I was like, hold on, y'all. Let me get my panel off first, and then we can go ahead and dip into the foolishness.
Back into the foolishness. I love it.
I love it.
All right, jump over. Tell us about your journey as a photographer, videographer, because you stay on the move too. I've been seeing what you doing.
Yeah.
Got to know.
So mine started probably about maybe 10, 15 years ago. What happened was that I was in college. Actually, to kind of back up a little bit, I started off at A&M my first year, Alabama A&M University.
What?
And then,
Okay.
yeah, another HBCU grad over here, swag.
Yes,
And so I started off there, and then I left and started working at Disney for a little bit. And I thought that Disney would be like the step to get me into working for movies, but like working at Disney World was not it. And so
I can imagine. Like, I'm like, how does that go?
it did not go.
Oh no.
But one of the guys there, I interviewed for a spot to work on what used to be called Lights, Camera, Action. It was, they had cameramen there that would shoot like certain scenes. And I was talking to the guy and he was like, look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was like, it sounds like all the stuff that you were doing at A&M is where you need to be right now so you can get this job later on in life. And so went back to A&M. I had a great mentor. Rest in peace to Mr. Thompson, but he used to push us. And he was just like, man, you can make it on your own if you want. Like, he would tell all of us that. And he was always like, you got to be so good at your job that people can't ignore what you do. And, you know, I didn't always believe it, but he believed in us. And it even got to the point where, like, I pushed myself to just do photography and video, like, on my own. And it actually paid for a lot of stuff through school. Like, that was how I was eating some weeks, is by being able to do a photo shoot. And
hustle.
Yeah. It was a lot of hustling. But
I already know the hustle you talking about, like that, and it was like if you were in that industry, because I graduated my degrees in radio, television, and film, but I know like the type of hustle that, like, for college kids, there was a big hustle back then. Photography, especially like events and shit, man, what?
Yeah, especially if you were like good at it, not just like you had a camera, because there was a lot of people on campus. Like, once they figured out what we were doing, everybody else wanted to get a camera and start shooting too, but only a few of us like really took off from that.
And your craft.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And it felt good to know that, like, out of all the photographers there, I was one of the top photographers. But then I graduated and I was working at a news station for a little bit. It didn't necessarily line up with what I wanted to do. I quit the news station right before the pandemic and found another job that was kind of like putting me in a space of being creative, but more so with technology. And then the pandemic hit. And so, you know, everybody was sitting at home. I was working from home for a little bit. And I was just like, let me try out streaming, you know. I had a couple of friends that did streaming. I was like, it looks pretty fun. I was like, if it doesn't work out, when everything opens back up, I can just go back to treating it like normal. But I just fell in love with it. I've even gotten to the point now where I'm doing like IRL streams, showing myself like learning how to cook. The next thing I want to do is a photo shoot. But like, yeah, it was pretty good. It was like another way to be creative and show my creativity and like my professionalism. So that's what I've been doing ever since.
Well, somebody said you said the top. I know that's right.
Oh, thank you for the hype, D.
Shout out that ID, man. Shout out to you. That's a real hustle. Like, I think most times, like, people get so caught up in the microwave success, like you said, like people are hopping on board when they see the success happening. But you have to master the mundane. You have to master building that craft and staying consistent. Like, it's so simple of a thing. It's so simple that people tend to ignore it. Like, people can say, "Oh, you got lucky, overnight success," but it's like, okay, I'm an overnight success in 15 years in. Like, that's the work behind the look, right? Oh, we got the baby on board. Love it.
Baby almost fell off the damn couch. Hell, I had to grab it.
You know, we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. But thank you. That was a really great story. Look, y'all know who the photographer is for real. Y'all better get his information. Get his information. Now you've had time to breathe, Simply Nick. You had time.
I had time. Oh man.
Tell us about everything with you and, like, you know, your journey in content creation and your specialties.
Oh, so like convoluted. So I've always been a nerd, right? And I've had friends who who were like into gaming, and like we would just get on Discord and like game or get on the the Xbox chats or PlayStation chats, whatever, just chop it up. And then two of my friends who are overseas, they started a podcast back in 2021, I believe. And it was an anime podcast, a Dragon Ball podcast. And I was like, I'll just be in the background, just like chopping it up, hanging out with y'all. It was us, and it was Black Bulma, that's a good friend of mine. Like we were all just like hanging out, chilling, right? So
shout out Black Bulma.
She's amazing. Got to see her at DreamCon finally this year too. It was actually really great seeing her. And it was just like, all right, cool. And I was like, well, maybe I should just stream because there was mixer days, and I would just like kind of just go on there every now and again and like kind of watch people, or maybe Blooper stream every now and again, or Twitch, and just be like, oh, okay, yeah. And then one of my friends, he reached out to me. He's like, you stream, but you don't talk in your stream. He's like, why not? I'm like, I don't know. I'll just be gaming on my show. Like, I be like, and you don't be saying nothing. Wow, if you want some entertainment, I was like, all right, bet. He's like, you got some ideas, you got some talk about it. So then I started streaming, and I started seriously like wanting to get to affiliate. So I finally got to affiliate, and then I was with the Guinea Talk crew, then I met the Blerd Unite crew through the Black Green Revolution crew, and it was like all these different like Blerd pockets that I was like part of, and I was like, you know what, like I'm really leaning into this. And then so writing, I've been writing since I was in middle school. I started writing in like 6th grade, 7th grade, and finally I like I would write little short stories or poetry or whatever. And then, I would like kind of fall off on it. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to write anymore. So I'm just gonna go play my guitar, like go listen to music and do like the music thing or whatever.
Guitar,
great. So it's like, all right, I don't do that anymore. So now I'm just gonna game and just be,
Girl, please, I want to be like you when I grow up and play the guitar. What
have so many talents.
I want to play the guitar.
I'm boring compared to you.
Right, girl, what?
And so I was like, all right. So I started writing this story. I started writing back in. I was writing. I would start writing. I would stop writing, and you probably know Goldie, right? It's like you get the writer's block. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get away from it, and I'm gonna go back to it, and then get more ideas around it.
Absolutely.
I decided this year, beginning of this year, I was like, what? I really want to like get into the story I was writing and write more of it. So then I was like, what? I'm gonna write it. So I was writing on Wattpad, and I was like, people can see yourself on Wattpad. So then I'm Substack, and I was just posting on Substack, and I'm almost done with the first one. I started the follow-up to story of that one, and I started another story on that one. I was
with them.
And then all these ideas, like, put it on paper, throw it into like a Word document, brain dump it in there, and then I'll come back to it later, whatever. And it's been really cool just having that process. And like, again, just finding our people, like, us in the Blerd space, like who are just like doing all these really cool things. And like, you get to like bounce ideas off each other, and, you get to like, interact with people and learn from each other and support each other. And it's just like, what? So yeah, it's been a wild ride, been like in like the best way. So that's my little tidbit.
Dang, y'all, man! I hope everybody watching. I hope y'all are taking notes, cause like y'all, there's so much that you can build and create if you give yourself the chance and the space to do it. And it's like boom, like. Even if it's in the crock pot, even if you got to start and just let it simmer down and pop back up, it's gonna be something beautiful. And I
feel like everyone can do content. You just have to find what kind of content you want to do, right?
Yeah, that is
there's
a
so
big
many
thing
mediums out there, right? Like lately this weekend, I was like, I'm just going to build talk and look at like people building stuff on TikTok. Like, cause why not? It was like, all right, got this house now. Like, I gotta see people some DIY stuff. Let's see what's going on over here, right?
I feel like that's what makes a creator's authenticity, because like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I've been blessed to say in this space, I have not had any bad experiences with any streamers or anything like that. But it's not hard for niggas to catch imposter syndrome simply because they don't know who they are as a person, let alone a streamer. You know what I'm saying? Because what works for this person might not work for you, bro. That was for them. That's not for you. You got to figure out what's gonna work for you. They did that already, and I feel like that comes down to people like not wanting to put in their own work. Like you see the results. You know what I'm saying? Of grass being watered from somebody that put in the work to make sure they kept their grass green. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not gonna put in that same work, it's not gonna work for you.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, I'll say that don't think that someone else is already doing it. So what? People people play music. People are artists. You have how many artists? Hundreds of thousands, artists, right?
You got a point.
There's a space for your content. Like people are there for you and for your content in the way that you can do it. So think about that when you're like, oh, I don't want to do it because it's oversaturated. Nah, bro, do you. The one's gonna show up for you, they'll show up for you.
Yeah.
Man, y'all are dropping
community. You have to find your tribe. She's absolutely right. You have to find your tribe because what is authentic, you being authentic, just because you're authentic, your authenticity might not mean shit to people who don't value you. So if you're not in the right space for people to value what you bring to the table, it's still not gonna work. So again, she's right. You have to find your tribe.
Yeah.
Man,
Be you not them. Be you not them. That's all I got.
Y'all better read. I'm just like, they're talking at me. Even like with this panel, like I don't know if I'm like the first or the only person to be doing like the live interview panels of people's first time. Just like, you know what? Why not? Because like the year's gonna keep rolling and more people just keep having their first times. It's always gonna be somebody's first time being here. And it's like, hey, this is my thing. Like I love it. And y'all are absolutely right. There's nothing like being uniquely you. And that is like my mission, to be uniquely me. Like I want to be the best Blerd Sunbae I can be in my lane. Do not let your potential die with you in the grave, y'all. Don't let it happen. Shoot, I built my first Lego set on stream just because, or like, went to like a little Gundam build night. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it.
It's blurring it just a little bit, but it's still pretty cool. I can see the outline of it.
I was like, do they keep it like this? There it is. Okay, there we go.
I can see the outline. We seen it. We seen it.
I just be trying stuff, and that's what it's all about. So y'all look, bars being dropped. Now back to the convention experience. I know, like, I feel like this time I heard like a lot of mixes, like, oh, I didn't make it to panels. Or like people were either on them panels or they were like, okay, I made it to like at least a couple or something like that. So if you got to experience the panels, or really like anything, whether it's a panel, an after party, making puzzles, gaming, like what were your top 3 experiences at the con that you enjoyed the most?
For me, it was the camaraderie. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like every time I go to a con, I rarely ever make it to a panel because I won't sign up for one, and then I'll be like, oh, let me think about going to that at the last minute, and then it's packed. And I was just like, I'm not even gonna try to deal with that this time because the ones I was looking for, they were just already sold out or they were already packed, and then you had to do it through another app. And there was a little bit of confusion too because I was trying to watch. One of my friends, Idio Sanaka, played volleyball, but it made it seem like that not everybody could be in that one. And so when that was sold out, I didn't even try to go. Come to find out, it was like a smaller community-based one that she was doing that I could have been to. But
that can be pretty tricky, like the RSVP system. Like there's so many last-minute things that change, so it can be tough to manage. I understand that.
Yeah. But like, I went to go meet friends, played a couple of games, hung out with them. I think every night at our Airbnb, we had some type of after party. So there was always people there.
Invite me next time.
Oh, I got you next time for sure.
I'm going to be closer to the con because this time I was like 30, 40 minutes away. It's a story behind that. But anyway, invite me next year.
I got you.
But I definitely agree with you on the camaraderie because I just didn't anticipate so many moments in between because usually I'm the type of person who's like panel. Did I eat? Like that's what I go through on typical convention. But it's like you catch so many moments in between, and then you're doing TikToks, and then it's like I survived. Like what? Okay, what's next? I guess like we just roaming around. So I definitely feel you there. Okay, ladies, how about you? What would you say your top 3 experiences are if you got to experience like the different games? And it could be the vendor store, the vendor area, it could be anything.
Yes, so for me, definitely the camaraderie because I was there to see my friends more so than anything, right? I did the volleyball game. I actually did get to go to that. Supposedly weren't letting people in. it was open to everybody, and then they brought up people in like later, and I'm just like, dude, which August team won, as we know, and I was like, yes, that's and I did get to go to a couple panels. So one I went to, one of my friends was teaching me how to play spades. That was actually really, really fun.
Or
like I was like, okay, so they have a session going on. I walked in there, it was like almost full already. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where do people come from? It was a lot of people. I was like,
oh, that makes me feel so much better.
It was a lot of people. We passed by there, like we passed by that panel room, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of niggas in here.
Yeah. And then it was probably like, yeah, we give you a bigger room next year because this is a lot of people. Like a lot of people want to learn how to play spades. And
that motherfucker like sardines, shit.
I need
to be like, that's what I want to be like. Like I'm playing dominoes or something.
Yeah. Another one I went to was they were talking about like their favorite like cozy animes, and that was actually really packed too. People were sharing their experience, like why like they enjoy this or that anime, and like why it's supposed to them. Some people were like, oh, I used to watch it with like my parents who are no longer here, or I used to my kids, or like my brother or my friend or whoever got me into it. It was actually really touching to kind of be a part of that. Just kind of hear people's stories on like why they like certain animes that they like. Isekai is particularly like isekai. I think it was isekai is like cozy anime, like were like the topic, and it was actually really, really cool to kind of see that, like, oh, like the community bond over anime for real. Like, this is crazy.
Hey, look, if somebody captured that, or if somebody has a list, I need to go do that because I love a good cozy anime. Oh my gosh, I love it.
So yeah, that was those are some memorable ones for me particularly. But top one, of course, being with the homies. At the house, because the house.
Oh yeah.
Let me tell you about the house though. Real quick.
At the function.
The house. I walked up in the house, and there was like hell people in there, and I was like, oh, hey, I'm here. I'm gonna choose this room over here. Cool. And a couple hours later, there's like 50 people in the house. I'm like, who are all these people? And then, funnily enough, someone who I knew from here locally was there, and I'm like, oh my God, you're here! Like we had a whole like, oh my God, like fangirl moment over each other. Like, oh my God, like and like there, I don't think there's any night that we went to like their house wasn't empty before 5 a.m. Like
pretty much.
People were there all.
Oh my God!
Like, the house was bananas, and I had so much.
Wow, I feel like I cheated my press girls out of like a closer experience to the con, because like I just had a mishap with us being so far away, and it was just like, okay, do everything, pack it up, and let's go. Do everything, pack it up, back home, and it's like, oh, I can't make it to no side quest, Lord.
Yeah, I was on side quest. It was fun. I just had so much fun, so many memories, so many good memories. So many people, friends new and old, right? So that was definitely.
Wow.
That house.
That house is crazy.
It's so many crazy things that happen. Oh, you still got the cards? Yeah, we use those cards. So I'm teaching you how to play spades with those.
I personally feel like y'all should have logged the experience. Like it just what is that movie? It was like Project something.
Project X.
Yeah, it was like a whole crazy. I felt like y'all should have did a vlog.
We should have, honestly.
Or do like a little panel or something. I got it. I mean, we get into details now.
Because V over there was showing us how to do that one dance, and I still ain't got it yet. What's that dance?
The Tamiya dance.
Yes.
I would never.
I was like, how you get it? I don't got it. Like what? Hold on now. Like, oh.
If my black card depended on me getting the Tamiya dance right, take it.
Ooh. Take it.
A lot of black cards would be gone if it wasn't based off of that dance right there.
I'm gonna be in the hospital because my ankle's gonna be broke. I can't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, young Goldilocks. How about you? What are your top 3 experiences? Whether it was like at the con, through the city, a mix of both. How was it for you?
Okay, definitely number 1 is going to be the camaraderie, just like everybody said. That's
camaraderie. I love
being up there with my friends and meeting new friends. Like I met I ain't gonna say so many people, but I met quite a few people. Even a lot of people I met like I was like, oh shit, I've seen on the TV. I've heard of your name. Like I just don't know them, but they knew like a lot of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So like inner circle connections and shit like that. We didn't really get to make any panels, and that was due to our own faults. Just niggas being party to the party, like, you know what I'm saying. And then with me already like being from here, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then, like I said, I have a family. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I had to make sure my daughter was good. Like, I had to make sure she was good at home before I just took my ass off DreamCon type shit.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Dead ass, like I was dead ass have to be in mommy mode before I came to DreamCon. But I say the second thing is probably going to be like, I say maybe the vendor area, but I say specifically like the comic area, because I actually went up and introduced myself to the concrete comics people. You know what I'm saying? Concrete comics, yes. I went up and I met, you know what I'm saying, a writer for Dina, and I introduced myself like, oh, you're gonna be seeing me, you know what I'm saying? I'll be here with y'all next time and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was a pretty dope experience for me. I feel like I was setting the tone for what was to come in my future. You know what I'm saying? As far as like being an author and an authoress. So that would probably be number 2 on my list. Number 3, I'm going to have to say probably the cosplays within itself. There was a lot of dope cosplays. And see, this is my first time actually like really taking the time to put effort towards the cosplay. Some of the first one I did was Harley Quinn. I did Emancipated Harley Quinn from Birds of Prey. And then the second one was 2B from Nier Automata. The only thing I wish I kind of had understood like the meetups, because then I probably would have did Harley Quinn on Saturday so I could take a picture with the DC universe.
It be like that. Oh my gosh.
You know, Jokers and Harleys on Saturday. I say, damn, what was y'all niggas saying yesterday? Just like, I was like, damn, I my shit on the wrong fucking day. Like, my shit on the wrong day. So, and this Sailor Moon poncho that I bought. That was the highlight of my fucking weekend. Okay. Poncho with a hood on it that I bought. I ain't gonna lie, I wore that whole today. It was a little cold in the crib when I put that bitch on. I was like, this bitch, winter is here. And this motherfucker, it's here. I'm putting it on.
Golly, I know that's right. Like a little snuggie, like, I've been seeing those anime ponchos. I'm just like, dang, like I somewhat went through the vendor's room. I just feel like it's a blur most times for me when I'm trying to get all the coverage in. And it's like, dang, like I should have slowed down. Like, I mean, but honestly, I got one of the vendors, I got like this big old like tapestry blanket thing with the Shomaru on it. So it just came in like a week or 2 ago. So I feel you on that. Like,
you know what? And the Trap Sushi Party. Honorable mention, Trap Sushi Party. Well, shit, that's why I mentioned the Trap Sushi Party. Yes.
Y'all go check out the video. It's out now. It was a vibe. We were lit in okay. Y'all feel free to say whatever you want, however you want, you know. But on my mother's internet, I'm going to PG-13. Okay, so for me, this is my mother. Okay, like it was such a great time. Like honestly, from my perspective, with camaraderie and with like Trap Sushi and things like that. Definitely shout out. Well, I don't want to put her like government name out there, but I'm just gonna say I got to see one of my close friends from high school, which I believe I went to my very first convention with her. And this was like years ago. She's not active most of the time on social media. And the fact that like I ran into her and it had been at least 10 years, maybe more, it's just so insane. And yeah, if you don't see the people that you want to see at the con, you're going to see them at the after party and you really going to see them at Trap Sushi. Okay. You're going to see them there. So, which TikTok coming, well, real coming in a few days. In a few days, I got y'all. Now I know we have about five-ish minutes left. So the last couple of things that I want to ask you, we always got to do like the favorites thing when it comes to like favorite anime, or it could be the anime that got you started. For me, my favorite will always and forever be Inuyasha. I'm not ever going to change that. So whether it's anime, Marvel, DC, music, that's what really got me into anime, the theme songs from Inuyasha. What is it that you hold as your favorite right now? Or it could be gaming, whatever made you a Blerd. What is your favorite and why? Simply Nix, we're gonna start with you.
All right. She gonna start right now.
Start with you. Go to jump over. I'm sorry, my bad. I was trying to keep the order, but you Jump Over, and Young Goldilocks.
Okay. I don't know what got me into anime. Okay, I guess you start way back with like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, maybe, because all those are technically anime, right?
OG.
We watched those growing up, right? So I mean, that kind of got me into it, but I didn't realize I was watching anime until I started watching Gurren Lagann in high school. And I'm like, what the heck is this? Like, no, we watched the anime. I'm like, oh, okay. And it was not. I haven't seen Naruto, but people like I was talking about Naruto, and then I started watching Bleach, and it was like, oh, okay, so this is anime. See, I was always called it cartoons, right? So then you got into it that way, right? Also gaming, because always you have a little Game Boy Color Pokemon, and now in the Xbox playing like Darksiders and like Destiny, all kinds of stuff like that. So all that kind of like made up my nerdom, and then of course being a techie by trade because I work in IT, so it's just like
I'm gonna hit you up. All my questions.
I got you. It's just like all my kind of nerds all came together. And it's like, oh, so this it's perfect. I work here because we all just nerds anyway. Got it. I like DC and Marvel, and my mom is into that stuff too. So she got me into Star Wars, and like I'm a
Harry
Potter fan. I got a little Harry Potter blanket on the back of my chair. Best shout out to the big Gryffindor, the big Griff, not the little one. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a Hufflepuff, but
we cool with all y'all. But yeah, so it's like all that, and like just read. Like I like to read. I used to read little Pokemon like little booklets, little books that used to come out. I like to read those, and like read Harry Potter. Like, just all that kind of stuff kind of got me into like my nerdom, and then I found.
I'm talking about Wow, so many levels. Oh my God, I completely forgot to say like Star Wars, Star Trek, like any. Dang, you all of the above.
Mm-hmm.
All of the above. I love it. How about you, Jump Over?
I'm about to age myself a little bit.
Season.
Yeah, season just a little bit. Mine started like really, really early on. Before even Dragon Ball Z was like a part of that Toonami lineup, like when it first came out, I think it was like Ronin Warriors, Sailor Moon,
Ronin Warriors.
Yeah, it takes you back to Ultron.
Okay.
I didn't know they were anime either at the time. I just really, really, really liked it. And I remember I had to be like 5 or 6. No, I had to be like 7 or 8. I was on a road trip with my grandparents, and we stopped off somewhere. I forgot exactly where we stopped off but they had like some of the Canadian stations because they had satellite. And that was my first time watching Dragon Ball Z. And it was the episode where Vegeta was going to get the Dragon Balls from Namek, where he was looking for them. And I was like, what is this show? Like, this seems pretty interesting. Had no idea that I was going to be watching what everybody else was going to be watching like a couple of months later. And it was just very entertaining. And then when it came on to Toonami, I was like, oh, bet, I'm locked in. And I even remember the days of like getting to Goku almost about to turn Super Saiyan, and they just wouldn't go past that for the longest, to him finally beating Frieza. And then they finally showed the Cell Saga. But that's where mine started, pretty much like super duper early. And then on the gaming side, I think the game that got me completely into gaming was Kingdom Hearts. I remember when it first came out, and this was back when like you had to have a memory card because there was no such thing as an autosave. And if you didn't have a memory card, you wouldn't save nothing.
You got to finish the game or else.
Yeah. I remember playing that one day. It was a Christmas break. My folks were gone. I didn't have anything to do. And I remember getting super duper far without a memory card, and was sad when they were like, hey, you got to go to bed and you got to turn this game off. And all my progress was just gone right there.
Punch in the air.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I mean, that's where I knew I really like playing video games.
Okay, that's what's up. How about you, Young Goldilocks? They talking about Thundercats in the chat. We all.
Oh, my man in the background. Somebody, yes, when y'all said Thundercats. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm kind of like on the same way with Jump Over. Everything for me started at a young age. I started off with the cartoons first. I'm gonna be honest. I can say thank you to my daddy for that because he was still watching cartoons. So like he was watching Batman, Spider-Man, Gargoyles. You know what I'm saying? Street Sharks. I was watching this shit with him. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about like maybe like 4 or 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that piqued my interest in getting into the actual comic books. As far as anime is concerned, I'm gonna be honest. I think the first time I got introduced to anime is going to be like on 2 separate occasions. Now, at this particular time, of course, I say maybe about Dragon Ball Z for me started maybe about like 4, 5 to 6 years old. No, maybe 7 because Miss Ray, lady, like okay, so like on the north side, it's this area, this neighborhood called Riverwood, and if you was in Riverwood, everybody went to ladies. Everybody went to Miss Ray, and Miss Ray didn't give a damn. She was gonna put on Dragon Ball Z any goddamn ways. I don't know why. I don't know because she just had more boys. You know what I'm saying? In the daycare than the girls, but everybody watched Dragon Ball Z. So that's Dragon Ball Z from straight daycare. But as far as like actual anime is concerned, like a little bit more in depth, I'm gonna say definitely Tsunami. I woke up, I had to be maybe about 7 years old, literally fell asleep one night watching Cartoon Network. When I went to sleep, it was Cartoon Network. I think Courage the Cowardly Dog was on. It was around 10 o'clock at night. And I think I woke up and it had to be maybe about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up and I want to say it was Inuyasha that was on. And
like, hey, we all know that one.
Like the graphic, like when I woke up, I was like, I'm watching the cartoon, but this don't look like no cartoon that I be watching. It's something different about this shit. And why is it subtitles? Thank God I could read because I was reading. Subtitles. What is this dark ass shit on the TV? And it's like pitch black, and it's like I feel like I shouldn't be watching this, but I can't stop watching the TV. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, then
what were you watching?
There went anime, and then eventually, when I got to middle school, one of my homegirls put me on a manga. She was reading a manga book. She was reading a Fruit Basket book, and I was like, "God damn, that show looked like one of them cartoons, them anime cartoons I be watching." And she was like, "Yeah, this is the manga. This is where the cartoons come from." I'm like, "Oh shit, shut the fuck up!" Seriously, oh my god! So I've been reading manga since middle school, and then like gaming. Gaming for me started with my cousin. My cousin, she had a Sega Dreamcast, and we went over her house. We would play Sonic. That's what we played. We played Sonic, and we played Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Oh yeah.
And then I think eventually, I asked my mama for a gaming system, and eventually, I think when I was about 8 or 9, that's when I got my first PlayStation. May it rest in peace. I got my first PlayStation. Very early age for me. Like this is something that we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Yes,
I
and
love
my mother
it.
brought me the fruit basket soccer book. She did, and Princess Eye. Yeah, she brought me one in too.
I'm about to go back to this. I'll be like, okay, when she's I'm trying to get into like the newer animes eventually, but I'd rather go back to the ones that I haven't watched yet and catch up on like those old school vibes. And it's like, man, something about it. So it's a different feel.
Some OG anime is as a matter of fact, you was in my stream that went when we was watching Fist of the North Star. We was talking about those OG animes are classic. They're timeless. The graphics, because to me, I feel like back then you had to have real talent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no CGI, computer graphics and shit like that. They was actually drawing that shit. They was like pure, straight from the hand, like pure raw talent. So
working had to take some breaks. I was like, don't be in the hospital, but I appreciate your work. I love it. Now, we are a little past time, and I appreciate y'all being with me, even past like, the scheduled segment. Definitely want you to get back to your family time, be respectful of that. And so I will finish with one last question to all of you, which is coming out of this experience with DreamCon for the first time. What is it that you would tell future people who are also, who may be attending in the future for the first time, whether it's like lessons learned or is certain critiques with the con that you want to make sure people are aware of, or certain highlights that you want to make sure people should not miss out on. Any type of things that you could leave, for people to learn about and understand. I'll start with you. Jump over.
All right.
Then you know what? I've had Young Goldilocks go last couple times. So jump over Young Goldilocks, then Nix. You can breathe, Nix. You can breathe.
Oh, thank God. I look like no we
for now.
The one thing I would tell people honestly would be, expect I guess it's two things in one. Expect a lot of people, but also know your social battery. It's okay if like you get to the con 30 minutes in, you're like, you know what? It's a little bit too much. Let me just back out for a little bit. That's cool. Because I get it. Like, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of things happening at once. And it's in such a short amount of time. It's almost like you're at Disney World. Like, people get overwhelmed. So take your time with it, but enjoy yourself mostly, because it's a good time.
Bars. Yeah, definitely pay attention to your body. Don't push yourself past your limits. I feel you on that, because I do that several times to this day. Thank you. Young Goldilocks, how about you?
My advice to people that, you know what I'm saying, that might be going for the first time would definitely be go there with the right, I ain't gonna say with the right, go there with genuine intentions, because I feel like your intentions or your reasons on going will define your experience, if that makes sense. Take it how you want it, subjective, non-subjective, I don't give a fuck, but what I say is true. The intentions that you create and you set to go out there to DreamCon, you know what I'm saying, make sure they genuine, because again, your intentions will set the tone for your experience at DreamCon, because a lot of people said that they didn't have a good time, but when you listen to the reason that they went or the intentions on why they were going, be like, okay, well, that was your experience, because in my mind, I had a ball. I had a fucking ball. You know what I'm saying? I had a blast. I'm so sorry for you. Like, sorry. Shit, I had a good time, and you won't tell me otherwise. I'm sorry that you had that experience, but
that's a really good point, because I understand people get fixated on certain things, and yeah, sometimes it can be hard. As populated as the con is grown now, like maybe you can see them at a different con or an after party or another event at the restaurant. Who knows? But don't let it. I like that, because it can be so easy to get so set on one thing and miss out on everything else that was so beautiful. That's like, dang, like you just let the whole experience go by, and you defined it by something that that you were tunnel vision on. Like, great to have that goal in mind, but be open to it. Be open. But let me stop yapping. Okay. Nix, simply Nix.
Definitely everything to what Jump Over and what Goldie said. I would also add, you were in Texas. It is hot, babe. Bring a bottle of ice water. Have an ice water handy, because it's hot. We're not going to have no heat stroke. Okay? Oh. Bring your backup battery for your phone, because it will die. You want to watch videos. Have your backup battery handy, and have a good time. Have a little snacky snack. Hang out with your friends. Like, just just vibe. Like, don't get so, I didn't go to this panel, or I missed this thing, or I missed this content creator, or I missed. Just enjoy it for what it is, right? Like, go to Artist Alley, just kind of peruse and just strike a conversation with a stranger. Because you know why, we all introverted and nerdy anyway, a little bit. So I met somebody at the airport. I was going after DreamCon. I was going home. Now, we were walking down the thing to the gate. I'm like, DreamCon. He was like, yeah. I was like, first time. He's like, yeah. I'm like, me too. Bet. And like, we just had a little conversation that way. You know what I'm saying? Everyone there like kind of like is there to just vibe, right? So Invest Ice Fest is crazy. But yeah, like just enjoy it. And enjoy it for what it is. Like, like Goldie said, intent is really the big thing there, right? I went there to hang out with my friends primarily. That was my primary reason going there. And I had an absolute blast. Right. I didn't get to go to all the panels and all the events and all the things, but I had a fun time,
Yeah. Look, you are absolutely right. Y'all said some points, because people can overwhelm themselves out of a great time. Okay. me included, as many times as I've been, sometimes you just got to let the experience take you away within moderation, and, balance it out, which is knowing what's right for you. So I completely get that. And with that being said, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you all for being here, taking the time out of your day again to share your thoughts, your experiences on everything. It's always refreshing to get a great perspective from a new set of eyes every year. As an old head, it's like I feel like I should have like a diamond, like forever, membership at this point, or I feel like I should have my PhD in DreamCon or something. So it's so refreshing to hear and like get that perspective, which helps give me a new set of eyes and ways to look at things, and hopefully everybody else who tuned in. I appreciate everybody in the chat supporting and talking about your points as well, and getting engaged in the conversation. I really, really do appreciate it. So y'all make sure to support everyone in the chat. I mean, everyone in the stream and in the chat. We all friends in here. We all family, In the clan. In the clan, we all family.
I was definitely muted, but I saw hit in the club.
It came back just in time. But you all check everybody out on the stream. Make sure you go support. Notifications on everywhere for everybody. And with that being said, Sarange, which means I love you in Korean. And Sunbae out. Peace out. Bye.